Hi Leo, welcome back to Crystal's Tarot. This is going to be your reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising, possibly Venus sign, depending on what shows up today. If you're interested in knowing the decks used in today's reading, you can find all that information as well as other details in the description box listed below. Again, this is going to be for December of 2020 for Leo. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and start our reading by cleaning out our energy. Inhale and exhale as it feels comfortable to you. Okay, today's reading is intended to assist you on your path to your greatest and highest good. This is going to be for Leo this is going to be for Leo for December of 2020. Leo for December 2020. Leo for December 2020. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, we're going to have one more, and then we're going to get started pulling our cards. For Leo for December 2020. For Leo, December. Leo for December 2020. Leo, December 2020. Thank you, Spirit. No. Okay. So, bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Cups. And then we're going to go ahead and pull some clarifiers as usual before we get started into our reading. It's going to be for Leo for December 2020. Leo for December 2020. Thank you. Okay. For Leo for December 2020. Leo for December 2020 for Leo. For Leo. For Leo for December. And it will come for Leo, December 2020. Okay. At the bottom of the deck of the clarifiers, you have the Eight of Cups. So, what this is speaking about to me is either you have recently provided an opportunity of love or somebody has provided it to you, possibly I feel like there was like an attempt at an apology, but you're not interested in it. You're walking away from it. You're trying not to be emotionally invested in it any longer. With a bunch of the cards that we have on the table, I felt like the energy that's attempting to apologize to you was very heavy for you to deal with, very difficult. I felt very toxic and bound by it. Okay. We're going to get into that. I feel like it relates to some other cards that you have on the table here. So let's go ahead and start your reading, and then we'll get to that'll pull in multiple different areas I'm feeling. In your current energy, you have the Two of Swords clarified with the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So I feel like there's something that you're losing your passion about. You feel like kind of confused and stuck within it. I feel like with the energy crossing you is the Emperor with the Seven of Pentacles and the upright. So I feel like you're really having a mental struggle right now as to how do you stand in your power. How do you continue to build on things that you're inspired by and that can be profitable to you as well. I feel like you're being forced to take a moment to just kind of sit back and evaluate the situation, evaluate how you want to move forward. And you're trying to do it in a balanced and just way, but something where you're having a lot of confusion on how do you move forward in this? What's the best way to go about it? You're trying to make a decision that's like mindful, that has the ability to be a benefit towards you. I don't feel like you're really passionate about your opportunities right now, but you're trying to make the best decisions for what is logical for you in the moment. I feel like you're really having like a mental conflict, internal struggle in regards to standing in your power and being your authentic self. I feel like the people in your environment, they might not be really happy about your transition. And I feel like this is a transition for you. I feel like you're trying to more step into that power and be like where you don't have any regrets. You don't have any apologies to make because you're being authentically yourself. I feel like you're really sitting in that energy of really, I don't feel like you know all of the facts right now, and it's causing you some struggle in deciding how do you move forward and how do you stand in your power and your truth when you don't have full clarity right now. But I feel like even though you're not passionate about your opportunities, you're not like really seeing the clearer way forward. You're kind of leaning towards one direction more than the other, and you're trying to kind of just make the most rational choices that have the potential to benefit you long term. I feel like it's been a struggle for you for quite a while now, and now you're just like looking at it like, I'm so tired, like you just want to get to the ends. And I'm not laughing because like I'm laughing at you. I can relate to the energy. So just like keep trying to push through. Like you can do anything you set your mind to. You're a very strong individual. You do have the strength card out here, and that is the strength card is something that represents Leo. So even though things are trying for you right now, try not to lose sight of the big picture and try to be like rely on spirit as much as you can to just kind of guide your way forward. Like and have compassion and patience with yourself as well. Like I feel like 2020 has been a very difficult and trying year for a lot of us in multiple different ways. And I feel like you're just really trying to stand in your power in an authentic way, but you're not sure how to go about it. But just follow your feelings. Like if something feels right and comfortable, go with it. If you get like some internal like hesitation and like pushback, I'm getting like a resentment or like a remorse or something in that area, then don't do it. But if you're confident and you're fully trusting of it, then feel free to move forward in that energy. I feel like you're really like stuck in a mental conflict right now, and you're trying to bring balance and fairness to everybody involved, but you're also trying to stand in your power and do what's right for you. And sometimes what's right for you is not right for those in your environment. And I feel like you're losing your passion along the way. But I feel like Spirit's like telling you like it's all happening for a reason. And even though you might not be able to see the whole big picture right now, once you look back at it, you'll be grateful for these opportunities. You're going to learn a lot, and you're going to grow a lot, and you're going to have opportunities to be very proud of yourself in the future. The energy that's underlining you have the Seven of Swords clarified with the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like you had provided an opportunity to somebody and they were shady and deceptive with you. I felt like they tried to win at any and all cost. I felt like their communication was very confusing. Um, I felt like you kind of feel stabbed in the back, and it's leaving you in like this mental energy of like where you're trying to process it, but you're difficult because you can't relate to that energy. Um, it's basically that energy of where you gave an inch and they took like 5,000 miles, and now you're just kind of like looking back at it like kind of confused, like it became a tornado very quickly. And I feel like you can see how now, but at each moment in time, you were just kind of giving the benefit of the doubt, or trying to minimize the situation, trying to give the other person the benefit of the doubt. And I feel like that's what they're actually wanting to apologize about now. But I feel like you're done. You put an end to that situation. You can't see yourself going back to it again. You can't invest in the way that you did before. And I felt like you felt blindsided by something very strong, or multiple different things along the way in regards to the connection. I felt like you were trying to provide an opportunity to build something, to grow something that was healthy and abundant. But this other person just saw an opportunity, and I feel like a lot was taken from you, whether it's like your mental, like your confidence, your emotions, possibly even your finance. Something to do with your finance was taken from you as well. I feel like there was a lot of ways that you paid for this decision with pursuing a relationship with somebody, whether it's like a platonic or romantic relationship. I think it was a higher price than you were prepared to pay. And I feel like that's left you in a lot of mental confusion and mental conflict. Like, kind of like I'm hearing despair. It's like a very heavy energy, and you're just trying to see your way through it. I feel like you're just trying to put your head down and get through it as quick as you can and just move on from it. But this person is still like, they have their emotions, they're remembering, they're just kind of looking back at the situation, at the unfairness, the things that they've caused, the things that they had an impact on. And I felt like they're trying to get you to like kind of tell them it's okay in a way. But I feel like you just don't want anything to do it. You've been enlightened by something you felt in the dark about in the past. And because of that, because of their shady behavior, you're just walking away from it. You just have no more energy, no more compassion, no more strength left to give to this situation. And your recent past, you have the Lovers clarified with the Death card. So some of you could be dealing with the Scorpio. Let's see. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Aquarius, Capricorn, Leo. But either way, regardless of the signs, it's the energy that we read, right? Pisces. So either way, more than the sign, it's the energy that we read. So in your recent past, there was a loving connection that you had to put an end to for whatever reason. I feel like that person wasn't giving to you the way that you needed them to, the way that you had hoped for. I felt like you were trying to be open and honest with this person. One of you was trying to come, like, meet halfway, like, these are my flaws, these are my benefits, whereas the other person was just acting out of passion majority of the time. I felt like they were acting more stable than what they actually were, and it created a lot of like confusion within the relationship, a lot of difficulty. But when it came to the time to just release it, by having that release, that's what's actually making you feel enlightened and inspired and encouraged. I felt like it was a very heavy energy to be within. And now that you're trying to move away from it, I feel like your spiritual team is helping you move away from it. I feel like you're starting the more space that you have between you and the situation. You still have thoughts, you still have like hurt from it. But day by day, moment by moment, you're growing stronger in yourself. the more that you have time away from that connection. In your energy that's crowning you, you have the Devil clarified with the Five of Cups. So I just want to show you guys really quickly. In your recent past, so if you look at these, it was actually came like this. So if you look at this energy, right, this is your recent past, this is your crowning energy. If you look at both of the Lovers are in both cards. I'm sorry, and this was the Judgment. I don't know why I said Lovers. It's the Judgment. So you had to look at a situation that was no longer serving for you and had to put an end to it. But if you look at it, this is your recent past of walking away from it, and this is what you're crowned by. So I feel like even though that there was this loving connection, you have the Lovers in both pictures, right? Even though there was this loving connection, both of these cards speak about walking away. You have the Death card and the Five of Pentacles. So the Death card is like letting something transition, letting something end, allowing it to change form, and the Five of Pentacles is investing in something and not like getting what you need out of it, and somebody having to walk away, where neither party ends up being neither party wins in the situation. The person that had to walk away, they didn't want to walk away. The person that's being walked away from, they finally realized that they didn't want that person to walk away, that there was more that could have been done, but that like it's just done. And then when you couple these energies with the Lovers in both of these cards, where there's justice and then there's the Devil, it speaks like very highly to me about like you're heavy in this energy of this toxic relationship that was bringing you down in so many ways. It took more than it gave to you, and so you had to walk away from it. You had to let it transition, but you're still thinking about the hurt. You're still feeling the hurt right now. But I feel like you're putting on a really brave face. Like, I feel like you're chained to this energy. And the other person, I feel like they try to manipulate at times. There's definitely some codependency, but I feel like you don't allow the situation to rule you and run you like it did before. I feel like there's still elements, though, that you're trying to transition from. You're having a lot of difficulty of like fully putting it behind, fully trusting and authentically believing in your future, that it can be what you're hoping for. Yeah. So your recent past, like you spent a lot of time thinking about it. It could have been something that happened a long time ago or something that happened somewhat recently. And then your near past or your recent past, I feel like it like somewhat represented things that happened even farther ago before this recent thing that you had to walk away from. It could have been in your life for a really long time, or it could resemble or remind you of things that took place a long time ago. And now you're just walking away from it. So whoever's trying to offer you this opportunity to communicate in this apology, like you're not going to accept it. I feel like you're like finding your strength by walking away from it. And you just like, it's like a solid, stern line. Like this is not a line that will get moved again. If you have moved, like, okay, this is my boundary, don't cross it, and it was crossed, this particular line, it's not going to get crossed. Like, you're very firm and solid in this is my boundary, this is the end of the connection, this is what I will no longer accept and allow in my life. These will not be my circumstances. In your near future, you have the Moon card clarified with the Hierophant. So I feel like for some of you, in your near future, you're going to be finding out a truth regarding a solid connection or a long-term connection that you thought was solid. I feel like it kind of relates to like this relationship you just walked away from. I feel like there might be a harsh truth that somebody tries to provide to you. um, I feel like you're not going to know, like you don't know everything that there is to know that you fully walked away from. I don't even know if you would want to know necessarily. Like why dig up old wounds? You know, if it's going to hurt, then just be grateful that it's gone. You don't have to keep on reliving pain and trauma. I feel like that really causes your walls to go up and stay up longer and like deeper, and like there's no benefit for it. Or maybe this person, when they come to apologize to you, they're going to like try and tell you more about situations of how they felt, what they thought, the the hard feelings that caused them to behave in a way that was not healthy for your marriage, for your relationship. But I don't feel like you just don't want to hear it. Like multiple ways it's saying that you're walking away from this. Like I felt like you've invested everything that you could invest, and you don't see any point anymore. Like I feel like you gave and gave and gave and gave and gave until there was like absolutely nothing left to give. It's like that metaphor of like if you have a pitcher of water and you're pouring it out and you give everybody some, and well, here's some for my children, here's some for my job, here's some for my husband, here's some for my wife, here's some for this, this, and this, and this. At the end of the day, you're left with the empty pitcher, and nobody cared that you were running low or that you need to be refilled. They just were caring that they were getting their water or what they were needing from the situation. So now you're like realizing that nobody's going to fill your cup up but you in spirit. And so that's where you're investing your effort. That's where you're investing your energy and your time and your love and your passion. I feel like if this person does want to like speak their truth, it's no point really for you at this time. Like you've invested everything that you're going to invest, and you got hurt and burned by it. So now you're walking away. You feel like the relationship was toxic. You felt like you were bound, and that you there wasn't any freedom, that there was a lot of restrictions, a lot of codependency, a lot of unhealthy habits. And so you're walking away from that. You just want something new and refreshing and authentic, and something where you can be yourself and be comfortable, where you can build and make actions of building towards something where it's going to be healthy, where it's going to produce fruit for you, instead of be desolate and something that you're going to eventually have to walk away from. You're trying to follow your intuition. Here, for how you feel about yourself, you have the Knight of Pentacles and the Devil card. So I feel like you're still feeling like that toxic energy, and you're just trying to you're trying to heal that energy within you and move out of that mental conflict, that emotional conflict, that stress and turmoil. Like you just want to build new things and fresh things in an authentic and pure way, where it feels like you're going to be abundant, where it's not going to just be a waste of your time and your energy anymore. Other people see you. You have the Four of Pentacles clarified with the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like other people see you as that you're really trying to like stand strong in your will, that you're not budging on certain things. I feel like other people see that there's things that you've been holding on to for a long time, and you're trying to bring balance into a situation. I feel like you're kind of spending a lot of time reflecting on this energy. I don't feel like you're spending as much time with people as you used to. But I feel like that other people are noticing there's a lot of like turmoil around you and in your environment and circumstances right now that you're trying to bring balance and fairness to. And I feel like they're kind of noticing like some stubbornness about you, where you're not willing to budge on certain things. I feel like some of you are a little bit more agitated than usual. But hence, you've had a lot of devil energy. You've had a lot of crap going on, where you thought it was authentic and pure, and it turned out to be like a joke, basically. And so then you just, like, you don't want to deal with it no more. You want to move on and be happy and content with it. You want to be strong within yourself and abundant and proud of yourself. You want to look back years from now and feel like you've really progressed, really healed and improved, instead of feeling like you got to constantly like press rewind and repeat and rewind and repeat. Like, you want off the hamster wheel. You want to deal with people who are authentic and who are willing to put the work in as well. People who don't have anything that they need to apologize for later. Like, granted, we're all human, but there's boundaries. And if you keep crossing those boundaries, then the line has to keep being moved. Where's the sense of respect? In your hopes and fears, you have the Strength card clarified with the Knight of Cups. So I feel like you're really trying to find a way to have like internal confidence about a loving approach in your future. I feel like you want to have love in your future, but you have like this, like you feel tied to negative energies in a way where it might be something that you keep on repeating, keep on reliving, keep on experiencing over again. And so you feel like there's something stuck within you, that won't release that toxic energy. And I feel like you're trying to really like fight that and try to come into like a more like a balanced and healthy way for yourself, a way where somebody's going to love you genuinely and authentically, where they're going to put actions for you towards you, and where you can do the same, but where it's a loving and authentic way. You just want to be yourself. You want to be confident with who you are, and you want to have like love and compassion, and you want to give it and you want to receive it. You want there to be balanced and fairness. You want to radiate like passion and joy again. You are intuitive. You are highly divinely guided and protected. I feel like spirit talks to you a lot, or like gives you like advice, whether it's through people, through your own messages. I feel like some of you can actually hear it. So you might have like clairaudience, or clairvoyance, or like something like that. I feel like you have spiritual gifts, or you're hoping to develop those even more. But I feel like you're trying to like pay attention to those spiritual advice to kind of, I feel like you're trying to listen to your spiritual advice, to bring in compassion for yourself and knowledge and awareness on how you can heal your relationships that have to do with romance. You want to be able to take actions in your future when all this energy is cleared out. You're hopeful that you can have a genuine connection that will build your confidence, that you can be strong and proud of, where you can help them to grow their confidence as well, and where it's just going to be like a solid team together. But at the same time, I feel like you're fearful of it as well. You're like doubtful if it's ever gonna, I feel like you feel it's a long journey off. I feel like you do have it in your, like you do see it as a possibility at some point. It's something you do want, but I feel like you're seeing it as so far off that like, what's the point of even hoping for it right now? I feel like some of you have a lot of internal work to do, to cleanse out this negative energy and like to fully walk away and release what you've walked away from. Okay, and your final outcome card, should things remain the same, you have the Six of Pentacles clarified with the Star card. So what this speaks about to me is once you bring in fairness and balance and clarity and truth to yourself, and you make sure that the scales are more favorable, more even, you got multiple cards of balance out here. So I feel like once you do that, that's going to actually bring in your wish fulfillment. Once you're able to really see what's fair, see what's just, give to the people who have been investing in you. Stop giving to the people who aren't investing and just taking from you. That's actually when Spirit's going to recognize that you've learned those lessons and you've learned to value yourself, and then you'll get your reward of your wish fulfillment. This has been a heavy energy, Leo. Let's go ahead and... Okay, we're going to get some oracle cards. Sorry. My My throat's itching. My ears and my throat. Okay. Sorry. For Leo, December 2020, spiritual advice for Leo. Yeah, there's some energy still here on the board, so let's get it out. Try to get our message completed so that we can have the best information, the best inspiration to help us move along. Be sure only take what resonates, leave the rest. If this is not your reading, that is okay. I always advise everyone to check their sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Sometimes Mars as well for additional clarification. All right, guys, we got one more shuffle, and then we're going to get started pulling out our spiritual guidance. For Leo for December. Leo. All right. Guilt, wish, rejection. All right. So it's like a repeat of these energies. There's something about you where you feel like you house this energy, which causes there to be like something where you don't feel like you're entitled to blessings, even though you're hopeful, you want to have your wishes come true here, but you feel like you're stuck in a cycle of rejection, of repeated rejection, of where you go from like guilt to hope, being hopeful, to rejection. I feel like you sit there and you invest in people because it's what you want somebody to do for you, and you hope to be abundant. And then you just sort of cycle back into this guilt, and then feeling like you're not entitled to it, and then realizing that you are, and trying to clean up that energy and being wishful and hopeful, and then you get rejected, and then but you still can't let go of your dreams. You feel it, that there's something intended for you. There's something beautiful in store for you, and so you're not able to like really let go of that energy. You're being encouraged to nurture yourself, to stop owning these negative energies that might have been in your environment, and been in your past. Some of you have abandonment issues that causes this cycle to repeat, of where you're hopeful, and then you recall your experiences and the people who have abandoned you and that have taken and depleted your energies for selfish gain, and then they've walked away. And so I feel like it's you get rejected even though you've invested everything you can in these people, and then it causes you to like feel like an abandonment issue. But you're really being called upon to use your internal strength, to like not manipulate, that sounds so bad, but manipulate the energies, like transition them, transform them, stand in your power. Leo, you're known for the strength card, right? That's your major arcana card. So all these energies where they have you go back and forth from your dreams to wish fulfillment, to not being enough, to being insecure, to being overly confident, this vicious cycle of where it's unhealthy and out of balance. Bring some balance into that to clear out this rejection energy and begin to focus on your dreams again. Start to heal yourself by spending time in Mother Nature. Release this abandonment issues that you have, by using like magic to like interact with it. Like, how do you say? Sometimes people think that things aren't possible, but once you try them, it's like, oh my gosh, that was magical. Once you allow yourself to like really be your authentic self, that's when you're going to come into your power. And when you start to love yourself and release these energies of not feeling good enough, not feeling like somebody's going to want to stay, not feeling like you're worthy of having somebody stay, that's when you're actually going to come into your soul tribe. That's when you're actually going to come into your person that you're intended to be with. You have to love yourself. You have to recognize these negative energies as that's all they are. They're negative energies. They're a hindrance. You need to break free of them. Love yourself. Know that you're worthy of more. Know that you are abundant and prosperous. Have compassion for yourself and look forward to your future with gratitude, with expectation and excitement. Bring clarity to yourself of why do you feel that way? How can you heal that? What events happened in your life? Like it's like going over the dark night of the soul. It's like those things that you try to avoid and keep yourself distracted from, being willing to face those, being willing to show yourself the love that nobody showed to you, realizing that you're somebody who's amazing inside and out, and you deserve to have compassion. You are worthy. You bring beautiful, amazing abundance to everywhere you go. And so you're a king or a queen, so act like it. Don't let other people take your magic. Don't let other people take your confidence. Don't let other people tell you you're not good enough, because you are. A lot of times that's their own insecurities. There's a gift that lives within inside you that's just waiting to break free. You have an abundance about you, and all the pain that you've experienced in this life is going to help other people to heal as well. Have discernment with the people that you choose to share your blessings and your gifts with and your energy with. Have discernment for the truth that you tell and the truth that you receive, because somebody's truth is not everybody's truth. Just because somebody feels or thinks a certain way doesn't mean that that's actually what it is. Be willing to stand in your power and don't waver on it. Don't go back and forth just because you care about somebody. If they cared about you too, then they would show you better. They would do better. When we know better, we do better. And if you voice to them like what you need and they didn't care, they didn't meet you halfway, then that speaks a lot about their feelings about the connection. So when it's time for you to walk away and let the connection end and die, it is what it is, because you've invested a lot of time, a lot of emotions, a lot of energy, a lot of effort to try and get it to be restored. And you can't do everything alone. Relationships take two people. You need to revive yourself. Like we have rejuvenance here. Rejuvenation here. And then it's you, I really feel you need to bring clarity to yourself. Don't seek it from other people. Bring it to yourself. This truth or this apology that somebody else wants to give, you don't need it. If you want it, or you want to allow them to clear the air, closure, whatever, it's up to you. But you don't need it. It looks like what your soul needs is for yourself to acknowledge how amazing and awesome you are. For yourself to apologize for allowing people to treat you like you were not good enough. For yourself to recognize other people's shortcomings are not your shortcomings. And allow it to walk away. Allow it to just finish. And then that's going to bring in somebody that's willing to cleaning out what no longer serves you is going to make room for the new when you're ready, genuinely, authentically ready for it. It will come in, and it will be something that you feel abundant in. It will be something that you feel refreshed and revived in. You'll be happy. It's going to be something that serves you instead of you serving it. It's going to be like a mutual, it's going to be reciprocal, where both of you guys are enjoying each other's time. Both of you guys are investing in the same way, in the same amounts. It doesn't have to be one versus the other or a competition. It's going to be something that's going to be refreshing, and it's going to help feed your soul. Okay. I'm being told to look at the bottom of the deck, and we have authority. So really stand in your authority when it comes to your power, what you're willing to deal with, what you're willing not to. Stop moving your boundary line. Don't waver from your, when you say that you're not going to deal with something, don't deal with it no more. When you tell somebody these are not acceptable terms and they keep doing it, then you have to let them go, and do not waver on that. We show people how to treat us. And so if we allow people to think it's okay to do certain things, they're going to keep doing it because we've showed them it's okay. But once you stand in your own power and you let them know, like, this, what you did really hurt me and you will never have the opportunity to do again, it's going to make them think about themselves. And maybe not right away either. It might happen over time. It might not happen in your relationship with them or the next person's relationship, but somewhere in their life path, they're going to have like an awakening with how they behave and how the energy they put into this world. So in the meantime, just know that you're nobody's sacrifice and that it's up to you to stand in your power. It's up to you to love yourself first. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're pouring out all of your emotion, all of your connection, all of your attention, all of your abundance and prosperity and wealth and everything else to somebody else and nobody's giving it back, what are you going to have at the end of the day? And there's nothing wrong with being a little bit of selfish from time to time. I think it's actually healthy. Okay, Leo, stay in your abundance. Go over your gratitude list because there is and are so many things to be genuinely grateful for, and that's going to inspire you, and that's going to help more of that to come in. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of love and light. If this reading has resonated with you, please like and subscribe if you have not already done so. If you feel like this reading would be helpful for somebody you know, please feel free to share it. Let's clean out our energy before we end this session. All right, Leo, until next time, I'm sending you lots of love and light. Thank you.